Welcome back to Brand Roots, where we explore the stories of resilience, vision, and entrepreneurial grit. In today's episode, we delve into the inspiring journey of a man who faced rejection at almost every turn but refused to give up. Despite all the odds, he built one of the largest e-commerce companies in the world, forever changing the landscape of global business. This is the story of Jack Ma, the founder of Alibaba. Jack Ma was born in 1964 in Hangzhou, China, at a time when China was transitioning from its cultural revolution into modernization. Unlike many other business icons, Jack wasn't born into a wealthy family. His parents were traditional musicians and storytellers, and they made just enough to get by. As a child, Jack Ma was not an academic standout. He struggled in school and even failed his university entrance exam twice. In a country like China, where academic success is often seen as a crucial stepping stone to success, these failures could have been disheartening for anyone. But Jack Ma wasn't just anyone. Despite the setbacks, he remained curious and open to new opportunities. As a teenager, he began teaching himself English by speaking to foreign tourists in Hangzhou, often offering to guide them around his city for free in exchange for practicing the language. It was through these conversations that Jack's worldview expanded, igniting in him a passion to learn about the broader world and cultures outside of China. However, even with his newfound language skills and broadened worldview, life didn't immediately get easier for Jack Ma. After graduating from university, Jack applied for 30 different jobs in Hangzhou, including positions as a police officer and at KFC. In fact, when KFC first came to China, 24 people applied for jobs and 23 were accepted. The only one who was rejected? Jack Ma. But he didn't let that discourage him. He saw rejection as part of the process. Instead of wallowing in self-pity, Jack shifted his focus. He decided to pursue a career in teaching and became an English teacher at a local university. It wasn't a prestigious or well-paying job. He made just $12 a month, but Jack was passionate about teaching, and it gave him the opportunity to hone his communication skills. Teaching allowed Jack to connect with others in a meaningful way, and this skill would later serve him well when he began pitching his business ideas to investors. Fast forward to 1995. Jack Ma took his first trip to the United States, where he was introduced to the internet. The internet was still in its infancy, and very few people in China had even heard of it. But when Jack conducted an online search for beer, he was surprised to find results for American, German, and Japanese beers, but none for Chinese beer. It was then that Jack realized the internet's potential to bridge the gap between China and the rest of the world. What if he could build a website that connected Chinese manufacturers with global markets? What if China could have its own space on the internet? With this vision in mind, Jack returned to China, determined to bring his idea to life. He gathered 17 of his closest friends and shared his vision of creating an online platform that would allow businesses in China to sell their products to the world. With the support of this small group, he launched his first online company, China Pages, in 1995. It was one of China's first websites, but it wasn't successful. Jack encountered technical challenges, and the company quickly ran out of money. Yet, instead of giving up, Jack viewed this failure as a valuable learning experience. 2 years later, in 1999, Jack founded Alibaba with a team of 18 people in his apartment. He had little technical expertise, but his leadership and ability to inspire others made up for it. From the very beginning, Alibaba was designed to be a global e-commerce platform. Jack believed that small businesses in China could compete globally if they had the right tools and opportunities. However, securing funding for Alibaba was no easy task. Jack Ma approached more than 30 venture capitalists, pitching his idea of an online marketplace that would allow Chinese companies to sell directly to international buyers. But time after time, he was rejected. Many investors saw his vision as too ambitious. They didn't believe that China was ready for e-commerce, nor did they trust that a company started by a former English teacher could succeed in the tech world. Yet Jack remained undeterred. Each rejection only fueled his determination. He believed in the future of the internet, and he believed in the potential of Alibaba. In those early days, Alibaba's office was no more than a small apartment with a handful of computers and passionate team members who shared Jack's vision. They worked tirelessly, often pulling all-nighters to improve the platform and make it more user-friendly. They faced stiff competition from larger, more established companies like eBay, which had entered the Chinese market with considerable resources and brand recognition. But Jack knew something that his competitors didn't. He understood the Chinese market. He knew that Chinese businesses preferred a more personalized approach to transactions. So, instead of mimicking eBay's business model, Jack tailored Alibaba's services to the unique needs of Chinese merchants and consumers. He introduced features that allowed for real-time communication between buyers and sellers, fostering trust and building relationships. Alibaba slowly started to gain traction. Jack's decision to focus on the needs of the Chinese market paid off. By 2003, Alibaba was a recognized name in China, and Jack expanded the company's offerings by launching Taobao, an e-commerce platform designed to compete directly with eBay. Taobao's user-friendly interface and consumer-focused approach quickly gained popularity, and within a few years, Taobao had effectively pushed eBay out of the Chinese market. Despite its growing success, Alibaba was still struggling financially in its early years. The company wasn't turning a profit, and Jack Ma had to make some tough decisions to keep the business afloat. He even turned down an acquisition offer from eBay, believing that Alibaba had the potential to become a global giant on its own. Jack's belief in his vision never wavered, even when the odds were stacked against him. In 2005, Alibaba received a major investment from Yahoo, which provided the company with much-needed capital and resources. This investment allowed Alibaba to expand its operations and solidify its position as a leader in the Chinese e-commerce market. By 2006, Taobao had become the dominant player in China, with millions of users and billions in transactions. But Jack Ma wasn't satisfied with just dominating the Chinese market. He had always envisioned Alibaba as a global company, and in 2014, he took Alibaba public in the largest initial public offering, IPO, in history. The IPO raised $25 billion, and Jack Ma's vision had finally become a reality. What had started as a small team of 18 people in a cramped apartment had grown into one of the most valuable companies in the world. Today, Alibaba is a global e-commerce giant with interests in cloud computing, digital payments, entertainment, and artificial intelligence. Jack Ma has become one of the most influential business leaders in the world, and his story is a testament to the power of perseverance, vision, and resilience. Jack Ma's journey from constant rejection to immense success offers a treasure trove of lessons that can inspire anyone. Whether you're an aspiring entrepreneur, a professional aiming to climb the career ladder, or simply someone facing life's challenges, Jack's story shows that resilience, vision, and adaptability are crucial to achieving success. Let's dive deeper into the key takeaways from his life. Resilience in the face of rejection. The first and perhaps the most important lesson from Jack Ma's story is his unshakable resilience. Think about it. Rejected from dozens of jobs, including being the only one turned down by KFC, failing exams, and being passed over by more than 30 venture capitalists. Most people would have given up after facing so many closed doors. But Jack viewed rejection as a normal part of life. Rather than taking it personally or seeing it as a reflection of his value, he saw each rejection as a stepping stone, a challenge that would eventually lead him to something greater. The ability to bounce back from setbacks is a defining trait of all successful entrepreneurs. Life will inevitably throw obstacles your way, whether they're personal, professional, or financial. What matters is how you respond to those challenges. Will you let them defeat you, or will you use them to fuel your drive for success, as Jack Ma did? The power of vision and belief. Another critical takeaway is the importance of having a vision and sticking to it, even when the odds seem insurmountable. Jack Ma didn't have the technical skills to build Alibaba on his own, nor did he come from a wealthy family that could finance his dream. What he did have was an unshakable belief in the potential of the internet to transform China's economy. He foresaw the e-commerce boom long before anyone else in his country did, and believed that small businesses could thrive globally if given the right tools. This unwavering vision is what kept Jack going during the tough early years when Alibaba wasn't profitable, when no one believed in the business, and when resources were scarce. Without this deep-rooted belief in what he was building, Jack might have quit long ago. It's a lesson for all of us. Whatever goal or dream you have, it's crucial to stay committed. Vision acts as your guiding star when the road gets rough. Adaptability and constant learning. Jack Ma's adaptability is another reason for his success. When he first launched Alibaba, the e-commerce market was relatively untapped in China, and many of his initial efforts were met with failure. Rather than sticking to a rigid plan, Jack was quick to pivot. He listened to what the market needed and adjusted his business model accordingly. For instance, when he realized that eBay's approach wasn't suitable for the Chinese market, he created Taobao, which addressed the specific needs and behaviors of Chinese consumers. This adaptability allowed him to outsmart competitors like eBay and eventually dominate the Chinese market. In business and in life, adaptability is key. You have to be willing to change your approach when things aren't working. The world is always evolving, and those who are too rigid often fall behind. Jack Ma's story reminds us that while it's important to stay true to your vision, the path you take to achieve it might need to change along the way. Leadership and the power of teamwork. Another significant aspect of Jack Ma's story is his leadership style. Jack was never the most technically skilled person in his team. In fact, he openly admits that he doesn't know much about technology. But what Jack did have was a talent for bringing the right people together, inspiring them, and leading them toward a shared goal. He built a team of dedicated and skilled individuals who believed in his vision, and together, they made Alibaba the giant it is today. This highlights the importance of leadership in any entrepreneurial journey. As a leader, your role is not just to manage, but to inspire, motivate, and guide your team. Success isn't a solo journey, and Jack Ma's story shows that having the right people by your side is critical to turning a vision into reality. Success is a long game. Lastly, Jack Ma's story underscores that success doesn't happen overnight. In today's world, where we often hear about overnight successes, Jack's decade-long struggle to build Alibaba serves as a reminder that real, sustainable success takes time. Building something meaningful requires patience, perseverance, and a long-term perspective. Jack didn't become a billionaire overnight, and Alibaba didn't dominate the market right away. There were years of hard work, sleepless nights, and financial uncertainty before the company finally became profitable. If you're on your own journey to success, remember that it's a marathon, not a sprint. Don't be discouraged if you don't see immediate results. Keep putting in the effort, keep learning, and success will come in due time. Now, let's take Jack Ma's story and break it down into actionable advice for aspiring entrepreneurs. If you're thinking of starting your own business, launching a project, or simply navigating the complexities of your career, here are a few key pieces of advice you can draw from Jack Ma's journey. Embrace failure as a learning opportunity. One of the biggest takeaways from Jack Ma's story is how he handled failure. He didn't just survive it, he thrived because of it. Every failure taught him something new, and he used those lessons to improve his approach. As an entrepreneur, failure is inevitable. What matters is how you respond to it. Instead of seeing failure as the end, view it as a learning experience. What can you take away from it? How can you use this knowledge to refine your business or personal strategy? Each time you encounter failure, ask yourself, what went wrong? How can I improve? This mindset of continuous improvement is what will set you apart from others who give up after their first setback. Never underestimate the power of vision. As we saw with Jack Ma, having a clear vision is critical. Your vision is your North Star. It's what will keep you moving forward when things get tough. Entrepreneurs who succeed are those who have a long-term goal that they are passionate about. When you truly believe in your vision, it becomes easier to navigate the challenges along the way. If you're starting out, take the time to articulate your vision. What are you trying to achieve, not just in the short term, but in the long run? How does your business solve a problem or meet a need? Having clarity in your vision will help you stay focused and motivated, especially when external challenges arise. Adapt and innovate. One of the reasons Alibaba succeeded where others failed was Jack Ma's ability to adapt and innovate. He didn't try to replicate what eBay was doing. He created something uniquely suited to the Chinese market. As an entrepreneur, you have to stay ahead of the curve. Markets change, consumer preferences shift, and new technologies emerge. The ability to innovate and adapt your business model accordingly is essential for long-term success. Always be open to change. Just because something worked in the past doesn't mean it will work in the future. Keep an eye on industry trends, listen to your customers, and be willing to pivot when necessary. Flexibility and adaptability are your greatest allies in a fast-paced business environment. Build a strong team. No matter how great your vision is, you can't do it alone. Jack Ma succeeded because he built a team of talented individuals who shared his vision and worked tirelessly to make it a reality. As a leader, your job is to surround yourself with the right people. Those who complement your skills, challenge your thinking, and bring new perspectives to the table. Don't be afraid to hire people who are smarter or more skilled than you in certain areas. A successful entrepreneur knows how to delegate, trust their team, and create an environment where collaboration thrives. Remember, the strength of your business is directly tied to the strength of your team. Be patient and stay the course. Finally, patience is key. Jack Ma's journey to success wasn't easy, and it didn't happen quickly. It took years of hard work, countless rejections, and moments of uncertainty before Alibaba became profitable. Many entrepreneurs give up too soon because they expect immediate results. But building a successful business is a long-term endeavor. It requires patience, persistence, and the willingness to endure periods of struggle. If you're in the early stages of your entrepreneurial journey, remind yourself that setbacks are part of the process. Stay committed to your vision, keep learning from your failures, and trust that success will come in time. The road to success is often long, but for those who persevere, the rewards can be life-changing. If you found this story inspiring, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a motivational story. As always, keep pushing toward your dreams and turning rejection into success.